What do I want people to know about me? Can I twist that question?
Sure.
This is what I want people to know. The whole point of the human race and the human mind in itself is evolution. Whether it's evolution spiritually, physically, period. Evolution. The purpose from birth is creation. That's all humans do. Everything around you was created. You were created. That table over there created, this chair created, this mic created, that camera created, that hat created. The whole point of the human race in itself is creation. Before now, when there was at least ideally the belief of two human beings on earth, everything after that was a creation in itself. The whole point is evolution and creation. If you're not evolving, you're doing something wrong. So anything that takes away the power of your mind is keeping you still and delaying your evolution. The whole point of life is evolution. Study your laws of the universe. The law of attraction, the law of abundance, the law of equivalent exchange. Study your laws, the laws of cause and effect, the karmic cycle. Study your laws. Dwell into your mind, meditate. Understand that you can alter your realms by your train of thought.
I like bitch, you was your mess, ayy. Can't keep my dick in my pants, ayy. My bitch don't love me no more, ayy. She kick me out on life, bro, ayy. That bitch don't wanna be friends, ayy. I give her dick, she a man, ayy. She put her 10 on my dick, ayy. Look at my wrist about 10, ayy. Just got a pound of the booth, ayy. Bought that shit straight to the booth, ayy. Tell me my hip is a fool, ayy. She said one fuck, bitch, I do, ayy. You put a gun on my mans, ayy. I put a hole in your parents, ayy. I got lean on my zoomies, ayy. I got a Uzi, no Uzi. Cause I'm too good for feature, huh? I ain't gon' fuck the nigga bitch, cause I know she a eater, huh? Last time I wiped the bitch, she told the world I beat her, huh? And when they like low Kodak cut my nigga, I couldn't believe it, huh? Hey, little shorty, for my word, box up a Nokia poke, yo. I'm not afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm not afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. Feel like I'm destined. I don't need no Smith and Weston, no. But who you testing? Fuck a scantron, here's your lesson, no. Nothing and testing. Taking shots at all your breath, you know. Feel like I'm damaged. You fucking playing it. I'm coming from, make it right. You know you come, make it right. I'm coming from, make it right. You know you come, make it right. Hey, one rock with a Glock, I can't really rock. Teardrop on my homie fit, he caught a body. No DM, I'm her LCM on Instagram. My skin peanut butter color, inside whip is really J. Yeah, her boyfriend sending threats, I think that nigga really J. Hey!
So, man, we gotta take it back to a legendary time in music, bro, where it was an upcoming flash. Just literally the craze of this dude right here, bro, was crazy, bro. When this mugshot right here hit the scene, everybody in their mamas was trying to figure out who this was with the half blonde, half black hairstyle, bro. And look at me, with just going ham and shit, taking over the, like, literally taking over the SoundCloud and the internet game at the time, bro. Like, that song literally had came and blew up, like, out of nowhere. Like, if you didn't go to a party at this time, bro, you missed out, my nigga, because literally this song was getting played everywhere, my nigga. You get back to a time with just this nigga right here, the rise and heat up for this man right here was just all over the place, bro. One of the greatest, man. You already know, but you clicked on this for a reason, so you know who we talking about right now. But first, you new here, man, hit that subscribe button, man. If you old here, hit that subscribe button, man. You think you saw any one of my videos before? I mean, like, anywhere. On your sister phone, your cousin laptop, your mama phone, and whatever it is. Hit that subscribe button, man. I'm not playing, man. We're going crazy all 2025. Man, bro, you clicked on this for a reason, like I said, man. You see who we talking about, man. We got one of the legendaries, one of the classic, firest niggas to come up out the SoundCloud era back in the day. XXXTENTACION, man. Y'all give him a round of applause, man. Yes, man. Yes. We also get a rest in peace in the comments, man, because long live X, man. Like, to this day, that shit is still crazy. But we live and we rise, man. Man, XXXTENTACION, man. You already know, bro. If you don't know, man, X was one of the greatest to come up out of SoundCloud era and shit, alongside Uzi, etc., all them and shit. But X literally was one of them guys that was literally had steam that shit. Like, I had never really seen a crazy rise to fame as much as I was with X. Like, when Look At Me at first really just took off and this mugshot was going around, like I said in the beginning, that shit was real. Like, it was genuinely was like, who the hell is this nigga? Like, that shit had kind of came out of nowhere and shit. Like, it didn't come out of nowhere because it was slowly taking off, but it just like, that shit was low-key just like, damn, like, who the fuck was this? Like, that mugshot was literally everybody's profile pic at the time, my nigga. Literally can't walk in the mall without seeing them. Like, if you go to your local mall and shit and you see them little things where they sell them like hoodies, they make them little personal customized hoodies and shit, you'll see a picture of this mugshot with X with like some Fortnite shit on his face and shit. Like, you know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Man, we're gonna be talking about X in this video, man. This has been one of my kind of a little bit highly requested videos, but it really was a video I always was gonna make type shit, man. We talk about everybody and everything on this channel, man, so it was only right that I cook up a video for X, man, to start the year off and shit. And I think his birthday is literally coming up in a couple days and shit. I would drop this on his birthday, but I don't know, man. We just gonna drop it now as an early celebration, you feel me? I ain't gonna keep talking, man, because I know I've been talking too fucking much, man. You already know how this goes, bro. You and your girl, man, drive to the local academy, go in there and get you a Carhartt t-shirt and a Carhartt jacket and shit. Drive back to the crib, put that shit on, and then go to the store and get some popcorn, come back to the house, sit down in the bathroom, cut the TV on in your bathroom, and listen to me yap on however long this video finna be. Man, you know it's only right that we talk about Look At Me, just the success of Look At Me taking off and all the shit that came with just one song and shit. You don't know, man, Look At Me is one of the X, like, kind of commercial singles and shit, like the single that really put him on the map and shit, you know, because he had other songs bubbling and shit. Like, I had got on to X in like late 2016, like, I had got on like literally when Look At Me was rising up and shit. I had literally just got on his music and shit. So I not really one of them niggas that got on him like early 2017 when he had got out of jail and shit. I was kind of on him around that time when that shit was really started bubbling and shit. And so Look At Me, the success of Look At Me was just all over the place. I mean, literally, bro, like, you couldn't go nowhere without this song. Like, the rise of this song was coming up, man. Crazy, because this song is like literally like one of the anthems that just get you hyped at a party. Like, they still gonna play this shit at a party right now, and this shit would go crazy. Like, everybody and their mamas should know this song and shit, bro. And it's just like the success of it was steaming up. But it's like once that mugshot had got released, bro, I'm telling you, like, the niggas was like, that shit was going viral and shit. Like, that hairstyle right here was never really seen before at the time. Like don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure people was getting a hairstyle like this, but he had it popular to like a certain extent and this shit. Like, nigga, like, this man had genuinely, like, that has to me personally, I had never just seen a hairstyle, bro. Not on no glaze and shit, bro. I promise you, not on no glaze and shit. But this song low-key kind of changed my life at that time, bro. I cannot lie, bro. Cause I had never really just heard music up to that point, like music like that up to that point and shit. Like, that aggressive, screamy type of music, like, that wasn't, like, no rappers that I was least bumping at the time was doing that shit and shit. Like, this nigga had came out, it was also aggressive, like, you feel me, just on some aggressive rapping type shit. Like, I had never heard that shit, but the flow he was using was very reminiscent at the time, though, because that's when Chief Keef was doing that, that's when, like, everybody was using that A and shit. Like, that's when Uzi was coming out too, so that flow was kind of like, it wasn't really, that was my first time hearing that type of flow, because Uzi was coming out and shit at the time. Like, cause the song dropped in December 2015, and that's when Uzi was coming out with like Love Is Rage 1 and shit, and Super Saiyan, and he was using that type of flow just like that and shit. Like, so that flow was like not really that difficult to know, but it's just that screamy, aggressive, like, bro, if y'all really don't know, like, telling you, bro, you had to be there, bro. And the kid of the picture, all day with the kid Pronto and shit, the picture of the nigga with the blunt is on nose and shit, bro, that was just a crazy ass picture at the time too, bro. Cause all that, I remember that picture just circulating. I remember grown folks was kind of getting mad and shit. Like, they was like, who the fuck is this nigga shit? It just was a crazy time, bro. You really had to be there to experience it. Like, I'm talking about physically be there and shit. Now, that was like the original cover art and shit. It was that picture with the nigga with the blunt in his nose and shit. You know. when Drake had came out with that KLT song, bro, that was first previewed at the time. You already know how controversial and just how crazy. Cause that shit literally started up a whole life. Not in a lifetime, but like a little minute beef with Drake and X, bro. Which is to this day, like when I really think about it, that shit is insane. Because this nigga really was beefing with one of the rappers, the biggest rappers in the game at the time. Yeah, bro, if you don't know, man. So Drake had previewed a song and shit, which was on his More Life compilation and shit. Was KMT with the rapper Grudge and shit. But not Grudge, Gids, what the nigga name was. Bro, he had previewed and shit, and fans was quick to already know. And it wasn't really hard to notice, because like when you first had listened to it, it was like, what the fuck? Like that sound just like, and you know Drake is notorious from jacking like styles and shit. Like literally everybody in their mamas know this about Drake. He's notorious about jacking styles and all that junk. Remember when he had first previewed this shit? I want to say that was in like a bar, and I'm gonna tell you how accurate that like the fans was right, and how true it really was, is how like this nigga Drake was really copying this nigga, bro. So you really like the snippet. I remember the snippet being like, he was like, okay. No. Cause if you listen to the original Look At Me, not the one that's on streaming services, the one that's on SoundCloud and shit. The original Look At Me is like it start off and then it had that DJ and then the whole song start over. It start over and shit, and then get to the part like yeah. Drake did the same exact format on that, the snippet version of the KOT. He had dropped the beat and he started the whole song over and shit. He kind of did the same format that Look At Me was doing and shit.
Okay. Demon just got out of can. I gave my bro that best. Love just got in my plan.
So that was already a big thing. And I know if you're a Drake fan watching this, bro, I fuck with Drake heavy, bro. Don't get mad at me and shit. I'm just being real. Don't say this a stretch too, because all this shit was true. Like, it was proven facts, my nigga. You gotta realize this is early 2017, so X was still locked up and shit at the time, bro. So it's like Drake being a bigger artist and having a bigger name and shit, and while this nigga was still upcoming and he just kind of was jacking his style, like that shit was wrong, bro. Like, I'm always side with X in this situation, bro. That shit was wrong, bro. And I know people gonna try to debate that, like, he didn't steal his flow, my nigga. It was like, even if Drake used that flow in previous songs and shit, it's just ironic. Even the beat sounded a little similar. Not too similar, like I said. I know all this might sound like a stretch, but all that shit sounded a little similar, bro. Like, just in a way, my nigga. So when all that was in the scene, bro, it just, that shit was crazy. Cause like, damn, bro. So X had got to jail and shit. That was like, that nigga was on Drake ass, my nigga. I remember all that shit, bro. He was wearing the Drake, he had Drake mom on his shirt. Like, who remember that shit? He had Drake mom on his shirt. That's literally why to this day people think that Drake has something to do with X death, bro. Because literally, like, they still be bringing his name up in the courts. When, like, whenever X killers be in court, they literally be bringing his name up and shit. So that literally sparked the whole thing and shit, man. I used to listen to the KMT mashed up version with Look At Me and shit. Like, it have like, what it used to be? It used to be like, I think they used to put, like, they put Look At Me, like, X verse on the KMT beat. Like, it'll be a mashup of Look At Me and KMT, but that shit low-key used to be kind of fire, bro. I cannot lie. I said, man, I remember when X was all, like, X was going ham on Drake, bro. He was not letting that nigga, like, breathe at that point when he had first got out and shit. It just, like, and speaking of just first got out, man, just, like, I remember when X had first got out, my nigga. Like, that shit was a big moment in, like, on the internet, too, bro, because that shit was like, what? I remember this shit like it was yesterday, bro, because he had, I think it was already circling that he had just got out, because it was that one picture of, like, I guess like updated mugshot or whatever. It was circling around and shit. And then it was a picture of like him being spotted at the I think he was in the mall and shit. So that already didn't help because he was spotted in the mall and shit. Really was like trying to deny it. Like they was trying to make it seem like bro was still locked up until he had went live on Periscope. When he had went live on Periscope and shit, that's when that nigga was like, genuinely was just like, and I remember joining that shit in like real time. I literally remember joining that shit. Remember that nigga was talking about he was gonna like hop in the casket and shit. He was gonna do a little casket reveal, which is low key crazy considering, you know, what unfortunately had happened like the year after this and shit. It just was a crazy time, man. I remember like that nigga genuinely, I've been watching that live and just bro was like happy as hell, bro, because like you like imagine being in jail for some fucked up shit and then getting out to like being one of the biggest, like one of the famous like rappers at the time, bro, getting out and shit. Everybody, like the biggest rapper in the world stealing your flow. Like, that had to been so overwhelming and shit. Like, I remember just being genuinely watching this shit like, damn, bro, excited as hell. Like I know this shit had to been a good feeling, bro. Just getting out of jail and just being famous. Like, being famous, finna get real money. Like, you don't have to do no janky shit no more. Like, just genuinely be on some real, like, you feel me? I know that was a good feeling, bro. And I remember just being real happy and shit. Like, it's just crazy that the shit we end up getting, like, after all this, bro. Like, cause X, you gotta realize, bro, X was only alive, like, he was only famous, well, he was only alive to see his fame for a good, like, 2 years, bro. From, like, 2017 to, like, halfway of 2018, bro. You know, you can say 2016 too, but he was locked up and shit. But really, 2017, 2018, bro. He was only famous for, like, 2 years type shit, bro. Like, so he really, it's crazy to see what had literally came after all this shit, bro. That shit was insane. Like, he didn't waste no time with this shit, bro. He had kind of like dropped a re-release mixtape called Revenge. You don't run re-release, but like songs that was already out type shit. He had dropped that on streaming services and shit with songs like Young Brats and shit. Slipknot.
I'm sorry, mama. I didn't mean to fucking hurt you. If I did test my worth, I'll show you heaven on this earth. So if alive or in the dirt, I swear to God, you'll be my first priority before the hurt. That means for better or for worse, I said.
Looking for a star. I remember that first got uploaded on SoundCloud, which is a classic.
Where did you go as I slip? I can't seem to get out of my head,
I don't want to do this anymore and shit was the fire, you know, the
no up all night, so you don't wanna wait on me. I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me. You don't wanna, 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 you don't wanna.
Of course, Look At Me was on this shit. It just was like, man, bro. And then I didn't even talk about Look At Me music video, bro. I didn't even talk about that shit, bro. The Look At Me music video was crazy, my nigga. I remember genuinely just being like, if you don't remember this shit, bro, who remember when he first, like, the video of him, like, I can't lie, bro, this might get a little dark, but the video basically, he had uploaded on Instagram and shit with him dropping the phone and he was hanging himself in a tree and shit. I remember there just being like a cryptic, weird ass video like that he had uploaded and shit, but we all came to find out that it was just for a music video for the video, bro. I remember the music video being like kind of so weird and shit. It was just a weird music video, bro. And then it's like it's on Riot and the shit. When it transitioned to Riot, bro, that shit was so like powerful. It was crazy, bro, because you know you gotta Look At Me, this hyped ass, energetic song, then it just transitioned to a whole nother song, bro. That shit was insane. It was fire though, man. It was fire, bro. It's like, man, X been out of jail. It was just so much shit going on, bro. I mean, like, literally, bro. The little mini beats, like, I remember him and Offset had got into it. Cause who remember that era when Offset was like with Uzi and like Baby, all them niggas was like wearing the upside down crosses and shit. You know, X was kind of in that lane a little bit too, so all the niggas wearing the upside down crosses and shit. And I remember Offset had that video was just talking about like, all y'all niggas wearing the upside down crosses, y'all need to start that shit. You know, my little partners and junk. And I remember just Uzi and like Uzi and Offset was into it, so Baby was into it. Offset, the X got into it, defending them niggas, like defending Uzi and Baby and shit. And it was just like, man, bro, that literally had sparked the Migos beef. Like, you feel like X was on that timing, bro. Like when that nigga had got out of jail, bro, he was on that time, bro. Then like he was literally on those times with them niggas. Him being on the XXL and the shit at the summertime was a big deal and shit. That was a big deal too, bro, because that was personally for me one of the last best XXL freshman like listens and shit. Out of that, XXL fell very short for me and shit, but they definitely spazzed with the 2017, bro. I'll be literally, bro. And it was a big deal because X was like the last nigga like to get voted. Cause you know they had that 10th spot. Like I think the fans had to vote for the 10th spot. And like, you feel me? And I remember like just everybody voting for X and shit. Now me personally, I was voting for Famous Dex and shit. Like, cause Dex was still rising, coming up and shit. That's when Dex was like, you know, that's when he was that guy and shit. So I was kind of predicting X, like Famous Dex to be on there too. And shout out to Famous Dex too, bro. Cause Famous Dex was one of the first like rappers I'd have seen early on before X even got out of jail that really was supporting X and shit. He had that song called Free X and shit. Free that boy Crazy X.
Free that boy Crazy X. I said my shoe is your neck. I for your bitch cause she wet. Point on the lamb, you think it's a jet. Wait, can't talk to him.
I remember that the picture, like that shirt. He had the Revenge hoodie on and that Beef on Computers video with the XXXTENTACION mugshot. So X was one of the first rappers I done seen support X, like truly support him and shit. Anyways though, man, the XXL, bro, that was a big deal too, bro, cause he was like the 10th spot and shit. It kind of came at the perfect time. He had just got out of jail and shit, and it's just like, man, bro, you know, you fucking know, bro. That shit was a big deal when he was on this, man. His whole freestyle, all that shit, bro, was crazy, my nigga. Like, cause you all know the cypher with him, Cardi, Ugly God, and Man in Tokyo. You all know how legendary that freestyle was, bro. When Cardi, all these niggas rapping on beat, and this nigga X literally cut the beat off and just started giving us a sermon like that. Shit was crazy, bro.
And if the world ever had an apocalypse, I would kill all of you fucks. Fear will be plentiful, death will be bountiful. I would spare none of you peasants. Fuck your religion, your pastor fuck kids and got sent to a prison in PC. I seen the devil, he's in you and me, you need saving to listen to this, see. Follow him home, cut the right corner so nobody sees you. Turn off your phone, leave it at home so nobody can trace you. Master expressions, appear to be calm, they won't read your intentions.
One of the legendary times and shit, just in general, bro. But it was confirmed that he was actually rapping on the beats and shit. I think after he died, XXL had uploaded like the cuts, and he actually was rapping on the beats and shit. Like, and which was fire. He was using that little one goofy flow he's always used and shit, but it just seemed like they ended up settling with the shit, the sermon part, which low-key worked because it ended up going viral, and I remember all the memes and the reaction videos that was stemming from it and shit, bro. And they mamas was genuinely like, no, like, it was just a crazy time, man. It was definitely a crazy time, man. But this shit is low-key nostalgia to me now, bro, because all this shit is old as hell, bro. Like, this shit literally is like 10 years, like, not 10, now what the fuck I'm talking about? Like, almost like 8 years, like, then almost like 8, like 7 tight years ago, like that shit is crazy, because damn, like, there was one, like, you gotta realize, we never get this back. Like, this man really had blew up, and then bro had passed a year later. Like, we never even got to see what the fuck this nigga could do, bro. Like, man, but all the shit with X just being fresh, like, the first few months of X being out of jail was insane. Like, the Raw Stone beef and shit, like, him getting punched on stage, him and Raw Stone was going at it, and that shit was mad random, cause Raw Stone at that point wasn't even popping no more. Like, Chill Bill had dropped like 2015 and shit like that, so that shit was mad random and shit like that. So I remember that video of him getting knocked out on stage was just like, it was like, damn, what the fuck? Like, this nigga, you feel me? Like, damn, he was going at it. I want to say, I think Rod Stone, like, team had jumped Ski Mask, the front guy and shit. And so X was like, you know, take it up, you know, of course, you know, like, X and Ski Mask was like, you know, best friends at the time and shit, like, you know, really best friends. So of course he was gonna take over Ski Mask and shit, and they would just end up going at it and shit on social media to the point where X had literally got slumped on stage, my nigga. Like, they literally ran and snuck that nigga while he was in the middle performing what is I think it's called Revenge. It's crazy, bro. Like, literally, that shit was a big moment. But I remember X literally making a video with TMZ the next day. It was like confirming it, whatever, and shit like that. You know, it was just a little situation shit, but eventually, like, I think, like, probably before X passed and shit like that, they ended up making up and shit, cause I remember it was a video of, like, Rod Stone had posted after X died and shit. Like, they ended up making it up after a while and shit. It just was like, damn, like, the shit was just low-key all over the place and shit like that. Like, the fuck Rod Stone chants in the crowd and shit, like, that shit was, oh man, but this shit literally bringing me back to a time that we would never get again, man, bro. I kind of miss being a kid, bro. What the fuck, man? Bro, X with this, I'll tell y'all, bro, when he had that blonde and black, bro was on straight demon time. Like, that man was literally, like, Free was keep before he got famous and after he got famous. That bro was on straight demon time, bro. And it's just like, man, bro, just like, damn, bro. That Ski Mask and shit, like, X's Ski Mask was still, like, you feel me, going at it. They had dropped the wet and XXXTENTACION. Like, what the name of that fucking song was? All that shit was coming out, man. Then I remember X and Trip had became, like, close friends and shit. And I was not mistaken, I think Trip said he lived with X at that time and shit. They had became, like, real close friends and shit. That's when we had got, like, Fuck Love. And I remember when Fuck Love was a snippet. Like, I remember that shit would have first, like, hit the scene of, like, the music and shit like that. And that shit was hard as fuck, bro. Like, that shit literally became, like, a global, like, I think it's one of the biggest, like, SoundCloud songs, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think it became one of the, like, it was something that said that a couple years. I think it became one of the it's either a diamond record or it became one of the, like, biggest songs on SoundCloud, some shit like that. It's just like, I remember he had hopped on the Ooh Wee remix and shit that was 6ix9ine and Triple Red. He had dropped the Thoughts.
ooh, I hit the bitch from the back and she like, ooh, wait, hold up, baby, ooh, I hit the bitch from the back and she like, ooh.
Gross, apple sauce, right up on my cocky, eat the plate, no it rough, I got that in around me, no it's saying, that's it saying, she wanna turn my doodle, if you think that she broke, then look at my motherfucking now, okay, like, are you okay, and he moving on like I'm
shit, which was a fire ass song and shit. Like, man, bro, all that shit. The Okay Shorty had dropped like the.
Okay, shorty, 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 throw that back, you, throw that back, you, throw that back, you that.
But these just the Lucy songs that he was dropping at the time and shit, bro. X was going ham, bro. X was going ham. And after all that, bro, he had dropped 17, my nigga. The debut studio album for this man, bro. And this shit right here was classic, bro. Classic, legendary as hell, my nigga. Like, literally, bro, from just I remember the whole build up to it, just the whole album as a whole, man. Because think about, like, me personally, bro, I was young as hell, bro. I was like in 8th grade type shit, like when this shit was dropping. So I was old enough, of course I was old enough to know all this shit, but I remember just being like, I wasn't even sad. Like, I thought I was just like, listening to this album made me sad. But y'all gotta realize where it dropped the same day of this. Love is Rage 2 dropped by Uzi on the same day. So that's two emo. Yeah, this when emo music was still in full effect. Like, this when Lil Peep was popping before he had passed. This when Uzi was in his emo stage. This when X was on his emo shit. It was so, they were emo rap was literally, Lil Xan had came. This when all them rappers was coming out, bro. This when that emo rap was like really starting to go ham and shit. Like, it had died like probably like towards 2018, but this when it was in this full effect. And I remember when this album had dropped, bro, it was like, man, my niggas, like, damn, like, you feel me? It was just so depressing, like, and I was young as hell. I wasn't even going through those tough shit. I was just sad as hell listening to this shit. It's just like, damn. It's literally one of the most important albums in my opinion in like the 2010s and shit. Definitely, like, even Kendrick Lamar was fucking with this shit tough and shit. Like, this was really one of those albums that was one of the ones, bro. And it's like, damn, like, you feel me? And this shit was fire, bro. This shit had heat on it, bro. Like, depression and upset.
Depression and obsession don't mix
Jocelyn Flores is a classic.
I know you're somewhere.
Everybody Dies in the Nightmares, man. Save Me is a classic, my nigga.
So save me before I fall.
Orlando, man, come on, bro. And every song on this bitch is not over 2 minutes, bro. So these were like quick ass songs, like 1 minute ass songs and shit. And all that shit was heat, my nigga. Like, it just was a crazy debut, bro. Definitely really pushed X to the limelight for real, bro. Because half of these songs on this project really was like put him up there and shit. Like, Terrence was like just like really just put himself in the like bigger light and shit. Yeah, after this release, that's when he came to show his new look, which was a gray head of dreads and shaved eyebrows and shit. And I remember waking up and seeing this shit on my feed, like the picture of him looking up, seeing that shit on my feed, and everybody and they mamas was making fun of this nigga, bro. Like, now I ain't gonna say I was a big X fan in these days and shit. And it's just like, man, bro, everybody and their mamas was going hell, bro. Just literally just like, damn, like, this nigga really had changed his whole look in the stereo. I want to say, like, the reason he did this because you gotta realize, like, him having that, like, I would say it was just a part of change, like changing as a person and shit. But you gotta realize, like, it's like once he did this, he started slowly like going into a new direction. Like, this when he was starting to really get, like, even musically wise, like, he started to get to a new bag in music. He was doing features with like Kodak Black and all that shit, like on Rolling Peace. Like, I had never heard X on a song like that at that point and shit. And it's just like, I want to say just like just get away from that his normal image, bro, with the blonde and black and shit. Like, I guess to him personally, that was a negative image and shit. When the mud shot going around, all the shit he was doing, he had a hair color and shit. So when he shaved his eyebrows and like went gray and shit, like he was calling it like what he was the ugly stage and shit. I mean, he had the ugly word on his face and shit. Like that's what his shit. He didn't get that tree on his face yet. He ain't got that tree in Earth like 2018. And when this had hit the internet though, man, everybody and their mamas was going insane, bro. That was a crazy time, man. I remember just being like, damn, like, yo, what the fuck? Really fuck, like personally, bro. No glazing, no homo when I say this, but this personally was a fire era. Like in terms like the hairstyle, I really fuck with that shit, bro. Cause you gotta realize, look at everybody nowadays, the scrolling lonely and shit like that. People love to get these type of hairstyles now and shit. Even Kid Carson with like getting like his shit like Kid Carson had white and black and like get hairstyles like that and shit, like the old X type of hairstyles and shit. Like all these current rappers and shit getting these type of hairstyles. So he really was ahead doing shit like this and junk. Now they ain't shaving their eyebrows and all that. Well, Cardi kind of shaving their eyebrows, but they ain't doing all that scream shit. But they definitely had like was getting all these like them tattoos and shit like that. Now he did have a tree in his head when he had the gray shit. Okay, he had a tree. He did have a tree. Yeah, bro. Just this time in general, bro. Like this is late 2017, bro. And it was low-key was a weird time, like for X personally, bro. Like this, we had fell out with like Ski Mask and shit, like kind of old friends. Like him and Ski Mask was going at it and shit, which was crazy. Cause it was like, damn, y'all niggas like best friends. Like what the fuck? Yeah, they was going at it and shit. He had cut ties with Revenge. He wasn't fucking with Revenge, the brand no more and shit. He had got jumped. Well, he thought was Migos, but he got jumped by, I guess, he had just got jumped at the time and shit. It's just like, the nigga was going to jail, like the mud shot and shit. It was a crazy time for X, bro. Like, and that shit, like, so it really was like, kind of, I see why he was getting his hairstyle, but it just so much shit was starting to happen that was leading up, like, to when he got that hairstyle and shit. That was like, for him in the 2017 off, bro, because bro was going back to jail. He was fighting no cases. He had got down, like, all that shit. It was just like, damn, like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga was just doing good. Like, not this nigga, all this shit just literally happening all at once. Honestly, man, I gotta say that the music we was getting from him, like, at this point in time, because we had got that Christmas Carol EP that December and shit. So we had got that EP and shit. That shit was heat, bro. A Ghetto Christmas Carol, bro. Man, come on, man. That shit is like classic X in my opinion, bro. Like, if you don't know, if you know, you know, my nigga. I always said there was just like a prelude to like leading up to Question Mark that had dropped in 2018. I always say it was like a prelude leading up to it, because his style on this project was not like really what he was doing in like early 2017, 2016 type shit. Like, he was also straight aggressive shit, whatever. It was even different from literally 17. Like, but 17 really goes with like the blonde hair and black hair era, so it always lines up with that. So when he had dyed his hair gray and shit, he started moving to like a more like goofiest, like rapping type style and shit. And that's literally what we had got on this EP, bro. A Ghetto Christmas Carol, the song was heat, my nigga.
It's a vibe, yeah, feeling right, yeah, keep it quiet, so much eyes, yeah, fantasize, yeah.
Hate Will Never Win and shit, but just the calm rapping type shit was fire, bro.
While I sit and pretend to make amends with all these false loves I pray to cement. Will fucking swallow you, I follow you down low to this broken hard enough for you. My heart is gone as serious as a corpse.
Like a whatever that shit was, that freestyle was fire.
Bitch on your up, 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 bitch on your up.
Red Light was crazy, man, bro. Fire ass project, bro. And it was an EP, my nigga. Like, so it just take that all in, bro. He was doing this with the EP, my nigga. Then, like, leading up like to New Year's Day of January 2018, X had dyed his hair blue, slash a dingo. But it's like purple, like people like to say it's purple. I feel like it's a mix of both purple and blue. Some pictures, sometimes it looked at purple, and then I feel like it just turned blue after a while. Like, that's literally what his hair had turned into after a while. It was a brand new era and shit for sure. Like, going into the new year and shit, X was literally like, this is the change era of X, man. This was unfortunately one of the last years and just times of X in general, man. Like, for real, bro. But it's like, man, to see his transformation at this point in time, bro, was crazy, man. It's when bro really was trying to get himself in a better light, man. But just to be a better person in general, man. Like, he wasn't really trying to do none of the shit he was doing in 2017 no more. Bro was literally in, like, his changing phase. Generally, look at it like, maybe him going to jail and shit in late 2017 could have been like a good reality check, bro. You gotta realize, like, put it like in his head. Like, think about his point of view, bro. I done literally been in jail in like, 2016, bro. I was in jail, bro. So, like, me getting out of jail, being famous as hell, bro, and having to go back to sit down again, like, I don't think, bro, I think that could be a reality check for anybody, bro. I got all this money now. You feel me? And I had to go back to doing this again? Oh, no. I think that'll be a reality check for any human being, bro. So I want to say him just going into the new year in general, probably was just like, man, he really just wanted to get them demons off him and away from him and just be a better man. Like, he was number 20, bro. Like, so you feel me? So he was doing all this towards the end of his life. Like, even he died in June. So he only had literally 6 months of 2018 to really, you feel me, to enjoy his life up to that day. And again, though, bro, and I feel like anybody watch this, any X for anybody, but don't take this the wrong way, what I'm trying to say, but you don't change overnight, bro. I can't lie to you, man. You don't change overnight, man. It was literally like, and I know when people like, when he got that hair color and shit in 2018, you know, I know people like, oh man, he was changing, he was starting to become a nice person. Yeah, for sure, definitely. But that's not something you do overnight. Bro was 20, bro. I'm 20. I'm literally, like, the age that X died in, I'm literally that age right now, bro. I'm 20. So it's like, you don't change overnight. I'm still learning and trying to figure out life and navigate through this life as time goes on and shit. So I don't know for sure you're not going to be able to just change. Now, yeah, it might be like, of course, like, he was trying to better himself. You got to better yourself as a person, you know. And that's just in life. Like, God's watching your every move. So it's literally, that's life. But I don't think bro was genuinely just changed. Like, I don't think, because wasn't it emphasis like, bro, I think he was trying to get better at holding his anger in the shit. Like, I'm pretty sure that was a thing. I'm pretty sure bro was, because we, you know, X had anger issues, bro. Bro was always, like, I'm pretty sure he was one of the niggas that it wasn't hard to get mad. Like, he was get mad immediately. So, you feel me? Like, niggas had so many fight videos back in the day and everything. Like, I know he was one of them niggas, but I'm pretty sure basically what I'm trying to say is you don't change overnight, bro. Like, yeah, you know, but I just don't think he just was gonna change soon when 2018 hit. Like, nah, bro, that shit takes time, bro. Now, I feel like if we would have made it past, like, the age he was and shit, like, if he would have been alive today, you could probably, it would have been, okay, that would have been discussion, like, oh, this man has truly changed his life around. Like, I don't think bro just was change his life around that quick. He was trying to change his life around. He didn't change that quick. Man, bro was literally like, he was starting to better himself, man. He was starting doing the helping hand challenges, the charities and junk, man, giving away to the kids and shit, like going ham, bro. Just really trying to put himself out there, man. And I remember literally like when Tekashi and Triple Red was beefing, and I want to say X got involved in that shit. Like, that was, I want to say that was the mad definition of him really trying to change himself for real, man, because he was starting to make peace with certain people and junk. Even though him and Drake was still kind of going at it, he still was kind of not laying up on Drake, because he had posted that junk was like, if I ever die, like, blame it on Drake or some shit like that. And I think he posted it in 2018, so I for sure he wasn't trying to let up on Drake, no matter if few changes or not. He definitely wasn't letting up on this shit. Like, him and Ski Mask had made amends and junk and Rolling Loud. Like, it was literally like, he was starting, you know, like I said, him and Rod Stone had made amends. Like, it was literally, bro was genuinely starting to change. Like, he was starting to change. And then, so he had got that beef with him. He wasn't even beefing. He was trying to just enlighten them and shit. They was still trying to troll and junk. Like, it just, man, bro. It was crazy, man. But, and then you gotta realize the music that came from this shit. Christian Martin, my nigga. One of the craziest albums. One of my personal favorite albums from the 2010s, bro. And especially one of my favorite albums from X, man. X, like, this was literally one of X's best albums, bro. Like, up to this point, man. And you gotta realize the build up that came from this album, bro. Like, quick, like 17 is 27, like 17, bro. Just the 17 album in general, bro. Like, how sad, depressing the album was. Then a Ghetto Christmas Carol. collide all that together, you get question mark. That's literally what question mark kind of is, bro. It got a mix of everything, bro. It's literally a mix of everything, bro. It got sad, it got happy, it got turned, it all that. It got lyrical shit, it all that. And we even got a fucking Spanish song in this bitch, bro. Like, it was the mix of all that, my nigga. And the X did this shit justice by like just the way he did this album, bro. And I really fuck with this album to this day, bro. Man, but every song on this bitch, really, bro. But really, you already know, man. Sad, the chorus, a classic. The music video for that was so crazy. Watching it, like, they had dropped that shit after he died, bro. And then just him find his, like, old self was just, that shit was insane at the time, bro.
I gave her everything. She took my heart and left me lonely. I think broken hearts contentious. I won't fix, I'd rather weep.
Moonlight's a classic. Floor 55 is a classic, bro. Infinity with Joey Badass, bro, is a classic.
Yeah, yo, sector, so might be best to protect your neck or profess your debt to the God, he might bless you. Murder these flows like I murder these hoe ass niggas. What the fuck is your energy, bro? Make your nigga deep throw the desert ego. Live me, try me like a whole pussy, boy, that's on my soul. Make my flow shape shift, full expression like a facelift. At the police with like 8 grips. If you talking all that 8 shit, I'm not talking while you bake shit, but I'm banging on my chest, bitch. Ay, ay.
Money Signs with Matt Ox, bro. Changes, of course. Hope is fire, my nigga. Going Down is one of my favorite, bro. Who remember that video? Young boy sang that shit, bro. Classic, man. Then, unfortunately, man, on June 18th of 2018, man, XXXTentacion was murdered in Florida, man, at the age of 20 years old, man. And that shit was so fucked up, man. It was so sad, man, bro. It's like, damn, man, bro was trying to make a change, and then this just happens. That shit to this day still shocks me, bro. I haven't really, up to that point, I don't think I had ever cried to a rapper dying, bro, until that day, bro. I remember genuinely crying that day, like not crying like, but like tearing up and shit. Really, it was me getting on Instagram and all the edits that everybody was making of him that day, cause that's literally what the whole world was like doing that day, bro. It was like that whole, when he had passed that day, bro, the whole world literally was talking about that shit. That was a crazy day and night, man. It was just like, fuck, man. It's really passed, bro. Like, that shit was crazy, man, but it was crazy, bro. It's very unfortunate, man. It really was, bro. I remember being where I was. I was literally on the phone with one of my homies at the time, bro. We literally was just like, we was already on the phone. And then I remember just getting on Instagram and said, "It's has been shot." But it didn't say he was killed. It just said he had no pulse and shit. And it was like that. And I remember my homie literally was already saying like, "Oh, he dead. He dead." I was like, bro, like, chill. You don't know that yet. And then it was literally like not even too long after that, probably like 10 minutes later, it was confirmed that bro genuinely had passed, bro. But then you gotta realize that video of him sitting in that car was circling around on the internet, man. So it wasn't looking good at all, man. It was just like, damn, man. And I remember just literally like bumping X that rest of that day, like literally like everybody in their mamas, every rapper, everybody was literally posting it, man. It was crazy, bro. It was very unfortunate, man, but it's like, shit, what can you do, man? But luckily, his family ended up getting justice, man, because everybody that was involved in that murder, bro, because they really killed this man over nothing, bro. They really killed this man. It wasn't really a personal get back. It was kind of like these niggas just try to come up on a lick. It was like a robbery went wrong, bro. That's literally what it was, been confirmed to be with the child and shit. The niggas literally took the Louis bag, took the little money, and got arrested a couple days later and shit. But one thing I would never, ever let go, bro. I would never, and I don't care what nobody, no X for nobody says, bro. I feel like, I think everybody ought to gave it to him, but everybody like this nigga right here, Soulja Kid, bro, that was a rapper that's from Florida, bro, was the only nigga and first nigga to defeat the internet, bro. This nigga really defeated the internet, bro. So if you don't know, man, context behind this, bro. When X, the day, like literally the day X had died, bro, everybody in they mamas was literally pointing fingers at this nigga right here, because I think to say he was at the I want to say he was near like the same location to jump, and like everything he was kind of posting leading up to like, and I can't lie, bro, like it seemed a little suspicious, but it seemed a little suspicious, but everything he was posting was literally like it was too like coincidental, bro. Like it was like, I want to say he posted like something 13 minutes before X died and shit. I want to say he posted some of his story, and he had a gun and like a face mask and shit. And they like the shit they was already using, they captions jump was XXX, but that was just an album he had dropped in like May and shit. So, like I said, all of it was lining up. It was too weird. Like, and I could understand why fans was already accusing him. You know, the fans love to do the police job and shit. I could understand, but at the same time, bro, when it was confirmed that this nigga didn't kill that, they had nothing to do with that nigga death at all, and the actual niggas was involved, I swear to God, it felt like that was one of the biggest things of this nigga, like, defeated the internet, bro. Bro had the whole internet, but he used that shit. He was doing it smart, though. He was really doing it smart because he was using it to his advantage, though. Like, and I want to say that wasn't making it no better, but at the same time, it's like he didn't have nothing to do with it, so I can understand. But he was using it to his advantage, though, man. He was promoting his music all the time and junk. It just was so much going on, man. But that definitely was the nigga that defeated it. So I feel like all X fans to this day owe this nigga an apology, bro. And I can't lie, because y'all was definitely on this nigga ass. They was not letting that nigga breathe, bro. Because they really thought this man had something to do with X death. Man, bro, X dying, man, was crazy, bro. That was a big deal, man. It was sad as fuck, bro. It was just like, damn, man. All the shit that was getting released from it was just crazy, bro. Like, and then, like, confirmed, like, find out that he had a kid, like, you know, a kid on the way. It was just sad, man. But, you know, then you gotta have some people that like to say, it's karma. It's karma from what he did in the past. You know, karma don't have a name. Karma can come back to get you. Like, I can't sit here and say, like, I can't disagree on that because, yeah, like, it could be karma, but it's at the same time, it's like, man, bro, that shit still was fucked up, though. It was fucked up as hell. Like, they didn't have to do that to bro, but they did what they did, man. Unfortunately, them niggas serving time for that. So it's like justice was made, and it just, man, bro, long live X, man. Long live X. Man, bro, XXXTentacion in general, man. It just, bro was literally one of a kind type of artist, man. He really came, did what he was supposed to do. And, you know, like, he came and really was on some versatile shit, bro. He really was showing y'all, like, that, hey, man, like, I'm not just a one-dimensional ass nigga. Like, and he proved that. He proved that quick as hell. Like, he wasn't no nigga that could make screaming music. He could do it all. He could make the sad R&B type music, the depressing emo music. He could make the goofy shit. He could make the trap type sound. Like, he could do it all. Like, and I want to say, that's why I always say Question Mark is the perfect album from that, bro. Bro was really showcasing everything. Like, he really was doing it all, bro. From the Spanish song to, like, the, you know, the normal trap rap type sounding songs and shit. The goddamn screaming songs, the lyrical songs. Like, he was really showing you, like, hey, man, like, I'm really that nigga. Like, I could do this shit. Like, and that's really what I get from X, bro. Like, I get from just, like, man, bro. It's crazy to see what, like, they be doing to his music shit nowadays, bro. Because they really be fucking him over, like, and shit. Like, and I ain't gonna say they be fucking over. It's just, like, the last, like, releases of his music, they had fucked him over and shit. Like, for example, with Bad Vibes Forever album, that shit was horrible. Like, that was one of the wackest shit ever and shit. Like, I feel like his label and mom, all that should be like, damn, man. But I mean, we ain't gonna talk about that, man. We ain't gonna talk about that. Like I said, man, X was one of a kind, bro. He really was the GOAT, bro. He was one of the greatest of, like, the 2010s, especially the SoundCloud era, man. People still hold his name up in, like, conversations and shit. Like, I don't think his fan base ever gonna let him die. Like musically, like, shit like that, relevancy, like, bro still get talked about to this day, man. And he been gone for a little minute. He been gone for, like, over, like, I want to say 8 years, like 7 years now. Like, bro, it's gonna be 7 years since he been dead. Like, or if it had already been 7 years, bro. So that just proves that, like, man, bro, being gone for 7 years, but also still getting brought in the conversation of, like, today's music. That's a lot, bro. That should tell you something, man, for real. And that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap this video up. I enjoyed this video, man. Y'all give this video a big ass thumbs up, man, bro. I just want to say I love and appreciate all y'all, man, for just always supporting the kid and always watching these videos, man. I try my best to give out fire content. just good, just anything I know people will like, man. Like, and you know, I also do it for myself too. I also just love to make videos that I feel like nobody else on YouTube talk about. So I love to do videos like that too. But I also like that y'all fuck with these videos and just show love and always just, you know, just do what y'all do in these videos, man, because y'all are really the goats. Y'all the real goats. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm just nigga making this shit, but y'all are the goats, man. So I appreciate that. I love all y'all. Like I always say, man, I gotta give my praise to the Most High God, because if it weren't for him, none of this would be possible. And we just gonna grow as a family, man. That's really all I can say. We just gonna grow this. We got the whole year, but it's only January. We literally have until, well, like we got December, so you got the whole year to really run up and really just show that, like, just really show y'all what we could do, man. So I just say appreciate that, man. But like I always say, bro, if you not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, man. Go check the community out, because that's when I let y'all know. You know, you can follow me on Instagram too, but really, I'll check that out. That's when I let y'all know what's coming out, or what y'all want to ask y'all, what y'all want to see. Or I just be like, I give y'all a little lineup of videos that's gonna come out in the week and shit. So I tell y'all, you know, I like to tell y'all ahead of time. So just always check the community, man. That's when, you know, all the junk gonna be going on, man. If you haven't watched my live stream this weekend, I went live. We did the Songs Wars, and that, you know, it was going. I feel like my live was kind of tweaking, like it was kind of all over the place. So whenever I figure it out, I'm gonna definitely start going live on this channel, man. So if y'all would like to join those, y'all can. It really don't matter. You don't have to. It really don't matter. We just gonna be vibing, doing everything. I might start reacting to y'all music. If you make music, let me know in the comments or whatever and shit. We gonna start reacting to music. You know, I might just make a Twitch, so I'm gonna just see if y'all gonna fuck with that. Yeah, it's a lot, but we got, like I said, we got the whole year, so it's a lot, man. But like, you know, I know I've been talking too fucking much, man. So I just want to say appreciate all the love and support, man. I fuck with all y'all, and yeah, man. Squad.